Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kayla from Adventures by Kayla, and today what I'm going to be doing is reviewing the Disney Cruise fantasy ship. So recently, and I say recently, but it's not really that recent, it was back in September and it's now in November, so I've had lots of videos since then. But I thought I would go ahead and do a cruise review while it's fresh on my mind. So now what we did is we went on a September cruise through Disney Cruise Line, and we did the Halloween on the High Seas. If you want to check out my video, I'll be linking it above in one of the cards of the videos on my Disney Cruise Line. We've been on many cruises before though, so I am going to do a review, and a lot of people who have watched reviews have only on Disney Cruise Line, and that definitely makes them definitely more biased towards Disney Cruise. Okay, and I go ahead and say this, that I love Disney. I love everything about Disney. I love all the characters, all the stuff. I just absolutely love every bit of it. So I was really, really excited and really looking forward to a Disney cruise. And so was my entire family. So there was 6 of us that went. So it was a little bit of a bigger group, but we had 4 adults, a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old. Okay, so we definitely got some wide stuff going on there. As far as my background, I've also been on at least 5 or 6 Carnival cruises, and I've also been on a Caribbean cruise. So I definitely have a variety of experience. So let's just jump in. So I'm going to do a different categories, and how I'm going to do this is I'm going to rank it from 1 to 5. I'm going to rank the Disney cruise from 1 to 5, and then I'm going to tell you if that one was the best of all the cruises I've been on, or if it's not the best, which one is the best. I think this would be very helpful for people deciding which cruise they want to go on, because everyone knows it is very expensive for a Disney Cruise Line. So let's just jump right on in. Okay, so the first topic is decor. Okay, the Disney Cruise Line by far is the best on the decor. It is a beautiful ship, so 5 out of 5 on our Disney cruise. It was gorgeous. It was the best ship as far as beautiful that we have ever seen. We loved every bit of it. So knock it out of the park on that one. Next one would be the entertainment. Now when I'm saying entertainment, I mean activities. Because you know how every day they will give you a personal navigator that lists all the options of things to do on the ship for that day. You could also get it on the app. So that's the entertainment I'm talking about, not in particular the shows, but the just things going on that day. I was very disappointed actually with the amount of activities. They could do it so much better. They could make it like amazing, but they're not doing that. I think this is a typical situation of Disney in that they kind of have you because it's Disney and because of characters and stuff. And so they just don't put in the extra effort. So that's really sad. So hopefully they will do better on that. So I did give them a 2 out of 5. Okay, because I did really love the Halloween like special things they had, but there was very few of them, like very, very small amount of stuff. Whereas Carnival is the best because, I mean, a lot of people don't like Carnival because of, they think it might be a little bit cheaper or whatever. It is cheaper, but it's cheaper. They go to more ports and they have the most activities for sure. On Carnival you have a list of activities to do, and you honestly have to choose what you don't want to go to. So there's so much to choose from, whereas Disney, I was struggling to find something to do some days. Now if you're just looking to just relax and not do anything, this may be the cruise for you, but you can do it on any cruise and your family members can do what they want to do. But I'm a very go, go, go person, so that was not my cup of tea. Next thing was shows. Okay, the shows they had was fantastic, but every cruise line has really fantastic shows. I do think that overall, the shows may have been better, but I did give it a 4 out of 5 because on the days that it wasn't Disney shows, so now you would go on there thinking there's a Disney show every single day. That is not the case. We went on a 7-night cruise, and with this 7-night cruise, there was 3 Disney shows. Okay, so the other nights, they did not have a Disney show. I guess it was technically 4 nights if you count the pirate show. But any night that was a Disney show, amazing, great. But the other nights that was not Disney shows, take it or leave it. We went and watched it and it wasn't even that good. So, so I definitely say they need to bring up their game. So because of that reason, what I can remember from it, because it has been a while, so I will say this has been a while, Royal Caribbean seem to be better shows, because I enjoyed it every single night. And their main show was Hairspray. So you definitely are getting those awesome Broadway shows as well on Royal Caribbean. Carnival, not as much with their shows. They do a good job, but they do kind of more the Vegas style with the big like feather hat things, and I'm just not really into that. But it's still pretty good. All of them are about a 4, is my point. Okay, price, easy here. Price is a 1. Carnival would be the best price. Disney is at least 3 times more expensive than Carnival. And Carnival goes to more locations, usually, and they usually have more activities on board. So it's not as many amenities on the ship a lot of times. Not that many. I mean, you still have some, for sure. And the big shows are not as great. But for the price, you just can't beat it. Just to give you an idea, we spent about $5,000, I think, for me, my husband, and my 2 kids, because you know kids cost the same as adults on cruises, which is a problem to take kids, right? But about $5,000 for the 4 of us to go. On the flip side of that, we are going on spring break on a Carnival ship out of New Orleans. It's only costing about $600 a person. So 6 times 4, $2,400. So yeah, so it's in this case it's going to be half. Because of the cruise we actually chose. He said $5,000, but I think it may be a little bit more than that by the time you add some stuff in. But it's a huge, 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 huge difference. At least half the price. So you can do more things for half the price. I would go with Carnival for price, for sure. Private island. I know Royal Caribbean does have their own private island. We have not been to that yet, but we have been to just islands that you can go and just, go straight to the beach. And a lot of them are super, super nice. Like Grand Turk has a great island that you just get off the ship and you just go ahead and go straight into the ocean. I mean, it's fantastic as well. But Castaway Cay, the best we've ever been to, 5 out of 5. That honestly made my trip to where I do want to go on a Disney cruise again because of Castaway Cay. So, super impressed with that. Special events like Halloween and the pirate nights and just dressing up in general themes, love that. None of the cruises have that, so that is special to the cruises. So 5 out of 5, best out of the other cruise lines. Customer service, everyone talks about how great Disney's customer service is. It is great, 5 out of 5, but so are the others. Royal Caribbean and Carnival have amazing customer service. I've always been very happy with their customer service. Kids programs. I can't really compare these because we have one on a Carnival ship, but we only had one kid as a 1-year-old, and she couldn't do the kids clubs. So that is a downer of the kids clubs in the other ships, is that my 1-year-old will not be able to attend. But my 4-year-old will now be able to go to their kids clubs, so I'll be able to give them a much better comparison. But she loved the kids club, 5 out of 5 on the kids club. But how sad is it that all the things that they had on their list for the kids to do, I wanted to do. So I guess it's because I'm still so active and into those kind of things. I just wish they had more things that adults and kids could do together. Whereas in Carnival and Royal Caribbean, they may have some stuff in their kids club, but the majority of their things is for everybody to do. And I think that's why they had so many more, because they don't just specify, be like, this is only a kids thing, which I really like, because I like to have fun too. I like to, like for example, they have a rock climbing wall on the Royal Caribbean. It's not just for kids, for sure. It is built for adults to do, and I love that. Next thing, food. This is food quality. Okay, this, I don't know what these people are talking about who say that Disney Cruise Line food is good. It is not. It is not even good, like, at all. Is it edible? Yes, but it is not any kind of fine dining. Now, we did not go to Palo, but just the regular restaurants and the regular cabanas. It was actually a 3 out of 5. Definitely was edible, but nothing to write home about. So now as far as how they compare, that's equal across the board. All cruise lines have subpar food. I think they used to maybe have fine dining, and I do like the dining experience, but it is not something that just is wowing me every single day. But I will say Disney Cruise was a little bit worse than the others, for sure. And I think this is again a situation where Disney Cruise can, because they have you because of the characters. Restaurant ambiance. The restaurants themselves, amazing. Absolutely loved them. 4 out of 5. The reason why I give 4 out of 5. Royal Palace. I thought I liked the idea, but it wasn't even really themed. So hopefully they're actually going to redo it maybe and make it into a themed restaurant, like a Tiana's Place or something. That would be awesome. So Royal Palace is okay. Enchanted Garden was beautiful. And it really did feel like you were walking into Alice's, Enchanted Garden. It was really great. Animator's Palette, I thought was great. I was disappointed with it, though, because I thought it was supposed to be where our servers, started with the white and then ended up with the colorful outfits, and that you would start at black and white and go all the way to color. I guess they changed it, and I wasn't aware of that. I wish it goes back to that, because that would be awesome. They pretty much just, played, movies on the screens while we're in there. And my 4-year-old, who I thought would just love it, thought it was just okay. She was not overwhelmed by it. She'd actually cry, didn't want to go to dinner with us. So we would let her go to Kids Club during dinner, and we kept her out usually during the day. So she'd go to Kids Club usually at dinner and stay the evening. But yeah, so she did not like Animator's Palette, but I think it's just because it wasn't that exciting. So we're a hard group, I guess. Next thing, food variety. This one I was actually very disappointed as well. On all the other cruise ships I've been to, especially up on deck. Now, in the restaurants, they're about the same. You kind of have your menu choices and everything like that. But up on the Lido deck, usually you would have a Caribbean section, a Mexican section, a fruit section, a salad section, all these different sections. They did not have that on Disney Cruise. They literally had a deli type section, and then they had the whatever they're having today section, and then they just repeated the exact same thing every time. Now they did have a few of the specialty little restaurants that we end up eating at sometimes, but so do all the other cruise lines as well. All the other cruise lines are killing it on their food variety on that Lido deck. Disney did not do well on that. For example, I love to eat fresh fruit on a cruise. You would have to go up to the dessert deli counter and ask for a cup of fruit, and it was just a small cup of fruit. So I know they're trying to cut cost on the fruit, looks like it, but I was just not happy with that. So definitely if you're looking for food variety, Disney is not the cruise to go to. Royal Caribbean to me was the best, but that one and Carnival both are about a 5. So they have lots of food variety. I was super impressed with them, but not so much with Disney. Okay, variety of things to do, as in things like the pools, the slides, those kind of things to do that are always there. I would give it a 3, maybe a 4, because they did have some pools. They did have the aqueduct, which was good, super slow. It was good, but it was great for my 4-year-old. But a teenager would not even be into that very much. They had another slide, but it was only for kids again, so not for adults. They had the sports deck. They had the mini golf, but everybody has that. That's nothing new. Royal Caribbean, much better. For example, for Royal Caribbean, they had all the pools. They had all kinds of slides for everyone to do. They had rock climbing wall. They had the different areas. They had the boardwalk and the Central Park and the little promenade. Then they also had the swimming deck. They had 4 specific areas. They have a carousel to ride. They have the surfing machine, the flow rider. They have a zip line. Then they also of course have your sports deck and mini golf. And they have an ice skating rink. I know, right? So on Oasis of the Seas, they kill it for sure. But Disney did not have a lot of that stuff. And the biggest issue, they did not have hot tubs, okay? They have 2 hot tubs. Well, I guess they technically have, I think they just have 2 hot tubs on the main deck. They have 2 hot tubs on the adult-only area. They also have 2 small hot tubs in the rainforest room area, stuff like that. So literally, for example, I had my 1-year-old, right? who actually loves a hot tub. I know some people would not like that, but just putting her feet in the hot tub, like she loves that. And then my 4-year-old absolutely loves the hot as well. We have a hot tub at home, so that's why they really like it. There was literally no hot tub for them to get into. Okay, then let's just take that and move past that. Let's say my husband is going to sit out with the kids and go to the pool. He could take both the kids. Well, he could take one kid to the pool, and whereas Blakely could not go to the pool, which was not great either. But let's say he's going to the pool with Caitlin, and let's say Blakely's asleep in a nap. I could not go to the hot tub and just like take her over there in a stroller, and I couldn't get in the hot tub because there are no hot tubs in the family area whatsoever. So unless I was going to pay for the nursery, I could not. I literally could not go to the hot tub. That is a major problem. Even if you don't want the kids in the hot tub, you need to have it available for adults who are watching their kids to go to the hot tub. You know, because I'm not really ready to just let my kid loose. I know some people do, but like not at this age. So they're not ready just to go wild, right? So I need to be able to see them and to watch them. And so that was definitely a bummer. All the other cruise lines have many, many hot tubs. Like you can always find room. But like whenever you go to Disney and there's only one major one, but there's two on the adult side, but they're connected, like you can't possibly find a hot tub that's like not full of people. So that was a bummer. Next thing, characters. Great character interaction. Even better than on Disney Parks property. Because you know, Disney World now you have to go and stand in line to meet all these characters. You still have lines, of course, on here. But they would literally just be walking around the cruise ship. That was the coolest part, I feel like, the Disney cruise. Because I would just be walking down a hallway, maybe taking my kids to the kids club, and Bill would be walking down the hallway. It was so cool. So 5 out of 5, best out of all the groups. Okay, so overall, my overall feeling of the cruise in general, I may sound somewhat negative, but there were just some negatives as well, but my overall experience was a 4 out of 5. The characters, the kids club activities, Castaway Key, the themed events, those were amazing. So 4 out of 5. So the highlights of my trip would have been the Halloween stuff, the pirate show, the Aladdin show. Just that show in particular was ideal. Like it was perfect. I absolutely loved that. The beauty of the ship was also really on point. So some disappointing things. Their off Disney nights, again, were a problem. Oh, and the adult activities. I didn't even rank that. Adult activities for, say, once the kids go to bed, or for adult activities once they go to the kids club at night, and then you maybe, because we paid for nursery. We paid for nursery every night starting at like 6:30, like pretty much after I fed her at dinner. I then started paying for every half hour for nursery up until they won't take them anymore. So we spent some money doing some nursery items so that we could go to the show and that we could go to adult activities. I was very disappointed with the adult activities. They had a few good things like the quest and things like that, but everything was so G-rated. I mean, I'm not really into like having it not G-rated, but like they tried so hard to make it like family friendly, but they wouldn't let families attend. So it doesn't make any sense, but they just did not do a whole lot of fun stuff. And they would only have stuff start at like 10:30. Well, the nursery closes at 11, so it literally made it where I could not do most of the things I wanted to do because I had to go pick up my child at nursery. So they've got to extend nursery times, or honestly just start the adult activities earlier. Why does every adult activity have to start at 10 o'clock? You know, you're already up, the crack of dawn whenever you have a little one. So I don't know, start it like right after the show or something. I don't know why you have to have all these like spare times. But so there wasn't very many people doing the adult activities, but whenever they would have one or two good items for adult activities like the quest, it was so packed you couldn't even get in there. So they had like it in the tube, which is like the London one. You couldn't even get in because it was so packed. So obviously people want those kind of activities. Okay, so so I did not like that very much, and the hot tubs situation that I've already talked about was disappointing. So will I go again? Actually, you would probably think from my review, I swear I really did like it. But there's so many things I could do so much better. It's Disney. Some things I super loved. Oh, I didn't even talk about a little bit that I loved. I loved the detective agency everything. We did that. That was super cool. I love the like magic pictures. Those were super cool when you walk by and they would like do something cool. Again, the characters are cool. Getting to just kind of maneuver around the ship. It really was a beautiful ship. Liked it a lot. So, will I go back? Absolutely. I probably will not do a 7-night Disney Fantasy again. But I don't like to do the same ship anyways. But I love Castaway Cay. So we may have to make a trip back for that. So something that is on my radar for on my radar for soon is doing a land and sea. I know a lot of people do the land and sea stuff. Now, since I've done a 7-night, I would definitely probably recommend doing that. So you have your, like, say, 4 days at the parks, then you go over and take a 3-night cruise. The only problem with a 3-night cruise is, like, by the time you get on there, it's almost time to get off, you know? 7 nights was a perfect amount of time. If you're taking any cruise, I would recommend doing 7 nights for sure, not the short one. The only reason why I'm thinking that is because we don't super love the Disney cruise compared to the others, so for price reasons, and so that we can just go to Castaway Cay and do some of the parks, because we absolutely love the parks, and we kind of miss the parks because we did not do the parks first. We just did the Disney cruise this time, and so we don't get to go to Disney World this year because of that, so we're missing that. So we've actually already booked our next vacation just to Disney World, just so that we can make sure we get there. So that will be our next trip for sure with that. Would I recommend Disney cruise? But I would recommend higher Royal Caribbean for sure. So overall, the best would be Royal Caribbean for me. Just Oasis of the Seas, it's the only one I've been on, but it is massive. So if you haven't checked it out, make sure you check out Oasis of the Seas and see how that's going. So I think that is it. I'm sure you have comments. Please comment down below your thoughts on the Disney cruise if you think I've missed any section. Again, this is just my opinion. Please don't think this is like I'm an expert on things. This was just my experience and my recommendation for the Disney cruise. Love it, but I do hope to see some changes in the future. For sure. So thank you for watching my channel. Make sure to watch my other videos that talk about my Disney cruise and all the preparation for it. And preparing for the trip is half the fun, for sure. Watching all these videos and getting prepared. So thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. And remember, be adventurous. God bless. Bye.